Yes, चालू है, चालू.
Oh, good feeling thereby. It's on.
Jazba 11
Your
for 1
phone.
at the end of the second over. Drive down to mid-off and well fielded. We have Shilpreet and Uday at the crease, and we welcome Parker to the commentary booth. Parker is a young and upcoming player for Niagara CC and is assisting us with the production team.
Thank you, Abhay. So those of you who just joined us, we are playing Jazba is playing Spartans today, and we are already 3 overs in, with Jazba being 2 overs in, and Jazba is 11 for 1.
Parker, it's a hot day out here. Beautiful weather for cricket, and we have looks like a new bowler is coming in.
He's no, it's a new bowler.
Looks like his teammates are tending to him. Not sure if he's injured.
I think it's the last ball from the last over. He dove in. He beat his knee. And we have a substitution here.
Looks like Sahib got injured while fielding the last ball of the last over, and he was running up to bowl but has pulled out and has now been substituted. So we have the new bowler in, Hassan Adil.
It's gone over mid on for 4.
Excellent shot by
Shot.
Uday.
Uday saying yes. For a while it looked like a catch, but he just tipped it over for a 4.
So it looks like a fielding change. They have the long on and the long off patrolling the boundary, and the cover has been pulled in. Hassan bowls a full toss and is hoiked over to the square leg region. Batsman completing a double. That is an excellent lofted shot, and on drive towards the mid wicket region. Not well connected enough to go for 6, but that gets a boundary for Uday. Seems to be motoring along and picking up the run rate.
Doesn't look like Uday is here to take it slow. Already 2 boundaries on his name. And that's a wide. He's swinging the ball, Hassan, just not controlling his line or length.
So what we call banana swing, Parker, one which even you have displayed in our games, and that's what Adil is trying now. He is releasing the ball, Hassan Adil, yeah, and he's releasing the ball roughly about the stump, wide of leg stump, and trying to swing it back into the batsman. This one just going down the leg for a wide.
reeling again.
Hassan getting his radar back and showing some real good quality swing bowling here, bringing it, having some really good outswing. Bunted down to a single, down to mid off. He brings Shivpreet on strike.
A bad ball put away for a single.
That signaled a no ball from the umpire and looks like a free hit. This giving the license for the batsman to go for shots, but the fielding team also have an opportunity to redo the field because of the single taken.
And that's out of here. Well connected by Uday Singh. Doesn't need an invitation, does he?
That's an excellent lofted shot going all the way for a six from Uday, taking full toll of the free hit that has been afforded to him. Score moves along to 31 for 1. It's an excellent comeback after the initial wicket in the first over of Shan Javed, caught at point. Here's the last ball coming up.
Good ball to end the over by Hassan. It's 3 overs, 32 for 1.
Again, we are coming into this match. We are fortunate to be assisted by several NCC volunteers. Mukesh assisting with the scoring, Satish Talveri assisting with the camera work, Parker and myself abhay with the commentary. There has been a structure put up in Niagara. It's a small shed to assist with the streaming and the scoring as well, and it's a welcome addition to the already fantastic facility here at Niagara Cricket Centre. Parker, you have started representing Niagara from 3 months. What are your thoughts about the club and the facility?
I actually don't have previous experience to judge from, but whatever I've seen, whoever I've played with have all been good to me. And it's just an amazing experience to learn from the best in Ontario. Looks like we have a new bowler out here.
Alan coming into bowl, looks like a medium pacer from the DMZ paintball line, and we have Uday taking strike. It's 32 for 1 in at the end of 3 overs. Still the power play has a mid wicket. It's a deep mid wicket. The single nudge down to square leg region. So it's an interesting field with a deep mid wicket and a deep covers. What was at the deep cover region? Looks like the bowler is going to concentrate on a shortish length, and it's going to be dangerous if he tries to go full here.
It's wide. Alan, as we know, doesn't have a lot of pace, but he covers it up with his line and length. He's very consistent with his bowling, as we have seen in the tournament. Just like Mr. Mukesh, who plays from Niagara.
That's a straight drive to the cover fielder, no run to the batsman. Score at 34 for 1, 3.2
Good running by Shivpreet and Uday Singh. It's a hot day today.
You could call that a chance. It was struck firmly back to the bowler, but a medium pacer in his run-up, it's really tough to hang on to those catches. It either sticks like Fevicol or it does not.
It hurts. Oh, that was a good ball by Allen.
Beaten outside off stump, but the umpire seems to think it's a wide and signals a wide here. One run added to the Jazba score, 38 for 1 in the fourth over. So we have a traditional field setting, keeper, first slip, a deep gully, kind of a third man region. Beaten outside off stump again. Your point covers, extra cover, deep extra cover, mid off, mid on, a fine leg and a deep mid wicket.
Swing and a miss for Uday Singh. It's good line by Allen. Noticing that Uday can't really play on the off, so he's consistently bowling off. Two swing and miss for Uday. Let's see what he does. Oh, that's an edge, and what a setup. Just missed in between the keeper and first slip for 4. That was a great setup by Allen. Really good bowler. Let's see what he does in the next over with
That's
rhythm.
an excellent continuous 4 balls by Allen there. 3 beaten, the batsman frustrated, going for swipe after swipe, and in the end, the bowler holding his line and inducing an edge, but unfortunately eluding both the keeper and the first second slip area and going away for a boundary. Jazba lucky there, and the score moves on to 42 for 1 at the end of the fourth over, holding a healthy strike rate of 10.5.
The 4 overs, 42 for 1. Jazba doing a good start to their innings. It's going over a bit over 10 per over. And we have a new bowler, I believe, Irfan. Badr. Badr is the new bowler. Opened the bowling in the last match. Shivpreet on strike.
Oh, that was just eluded the fielder at mid off. Bother coming into the attack.
That was a chance. I think the field is slightly misjudged it, or it was the win, but that should have been caught. Catches win matches.
Bother with his off spin and inducing a lofted shot, just eluding the fielder at mid off and running away to the boundary, just by motoring at 46 for 1.
And that's put away for 4.
shot by Shivpreet. Powerful drive down the ground. Mid-off was nowhere close to the ball and the boundary scored by Jazba. 50 up for Jazba in just the 5th over.
Great batting by Uday and Shivpreet, not standing around for ceremony as we can see. First two balls put away for 4. And that's good fielding by Sahib.
That was a double taken by Shivpreet. He again chanced his arm. With Badr floating the ball up, it always tempts the batsman to go for the lofted shot. Just falling short of the long on fielder, Sahib Singh, and the batsman take a double.
I think Badr's been unlucky with the first two boundaries. 3 out of these 4 shots have been lofted up and could have been a catch but landed safely. So I think he wants the batsman to go on top. What do you think of it?
That's right. That's right, Parker. And the mid wicket was brought in, and the batsman immediately on cue goes for swipe to mid wicket, and again results in a boundary. Jazba stepping the game up, and the run rate up is going 58 for 1 in just the 5th over. They're motoring along at 12 run rate, Parker. Do you think this will result in a 240, 250 score this innings?
I think we are looking at 200 with the way things are going. But as we have seen, a couple wickets and the game changes. 20 runs off that over. It's a big over for Jazba. 5 overs in, 62 for 1.
Ranked bad ball there by Badr, short and right, ripe for picking, as we say in the apple season.
We're going over 12 and over. And Jazba doesn't seem to hold back today. They lost their first match, as we all know, against Youngsters. So this is a must-win for both the teams, as Jazba lost to Youngsters and Spartans lost to no other than the home team, Niagara Elite. Comfortable victory that for Niagara. So this is a must-win match for both the teams. Pretty sure there will be all guns blazing in the game. Does look like that for Jazba for sure.
That's right, Parker. The last over going for 20 runs, 4 boundaries and 2 doubles, and this is Allen coming back into the DMZ end. Excellently bowled, dot ball.
They're saying defending that ball, which we haven't seen much today, as he's more of an attacking player from what we can see. And bad ball put away for 6. Not a lot of power on that shot, just went with the pace. Great shot by Uday Singh. There are 2 players looking for the ball. Rishi, sorry. My apologies. But as you can see, there are trees all over the ground outside the boundary line. So if it's a good shot, ball seems to get lost at times, and that's what could have happened now. But we're back on the field. It's a hot day, 30 degrees, I believe. Not too much wind, so it's really tiring for the fielding position, especially when they're not getting wickets. I think it's demotivating too.
That's right, Parker. And when a lot of boundaries are going and fielders are run ragged, it does have the potential to demoralize. But I'm sure Spartans will come back.
It's a better ball from Allen. I think that's what they're planning for. Good length on the off, what were they saying? Shivpreet on strike.
Didn't connect the ball as such, and the ball goes towards the mid-on region. And batsmen take a single, bringing Uday back on strike.
Completely miscued shot. Still getting away with the single, Jazba.
Uday on strike. It's a powerful shot down the ground. Boundary. BSNL Chowka. This event supported magnanimously by Yashi Sports, who help out with cricket equipment and the cricket balls and also potential prizes for the playoffs. They are an excellent sports equipment supplier in the GTA. This is going high up in the air. An excellent catch held by Allen off his own bowling. He wanted to have the entire dismissal for himself. Caught and bowled to Allen. And that's Uday out for 35. Jazba at the end of the sixth over, end of the power play, at a rocking 74 for 2. Parker, what do you have any updates on the projected score? I feel like this is going to be a 250 score, Parker, with the batsman in the hut and coming up for Jazba.
I think Abhay, we have seen before Jazba are capable of putting a good score on the board. So they have got a good start with Shivpreet, and they're saying Shivpreet still on the crease. Uday is saying with a good innings of 30, of approximately 35 of 18. And I think we are looking at least at a 200. As we have seen before, the bowling lineup isn't the strongest, and with 74 of 6 overs, I think this is the best start they could have hoped for. Ideal batting conditions too. Ball not moving at all right now.
Umair Ghani into the batting crease at the fall of Uday's wicket starts off with a boundary, powerful drive down to the covers. It's an excellent ball bowled by Raza here, beaten outside the off stump. Excellent bowling here by Ali Raza, tying up the batsman outside the off stump to a couple of dot balls. After the boundary, good comeback from Ali Raza here. Another excellent dot ball to end up the over at 80 for 2. 7 overs. The run rate still going strong, Parker, at 11 runs per over. Has the potential to rise up to 220, 240.
Good over by Raza. New batsman on the crease trying to put him under pressure. Good consistent bowling. And Shivpreet on strike now for Shivpreet on strike. And we have a new bowler, Rudy. Rudy here has a lot of experience, played cricket for a long time, and we have seen him bowl before. Consistent bowler. Appeal by Spartans. Umpire not interested.
Rudy right on the money, starting in the 8th over, hurrying up the batsman and the dot ball.
That's
That was a dolly right there. Rudy floating it up and the batsman taking the bait. Ball down the throat of the long on fielder, but he somehow messes it up for a drop catch. Batsman crossover for a single. Shivpreet lucky there to be on strike, to be on the ground. Umair Ghani on strike and plays a dot ball straight back to the bowler.
that is a big miss by Shivpreet's catch. Said batsman. That could have been a big wicket. Only single good throw by the
Shivpreet was one of the most consistent batsmen for Jazba across the Mississauga League and the Brampton Leagues, and dropping him could be a costly mistake, Parker.
it. You just got your answer by. I don't have to say anything more. Put away for 4 by Shivpreet. Fielder must be disappointed.
So almost a carbon copy of the previous shot, but pulling it slightly down to the mid-wicket region. Shivpreet, after scoring a boundary, piercing the gap between the deep mid-wicket and the long on, gets a single now. Score moves on to 87, still at a healthy 11 run rate per over.
That's 2 drop catches in 8 overs, and both of batsmen who are, who are well set. One of them saying who managed to score 20 odd runs more after the drop. And now Shivpreet. his second over after a good first over. Shivpreet on strike.
Ali Raza bowling a tight line. Shivpreet not exactly connecting as he would have liked. Single down to the square leg mid wicket region. Umair Ghani back on strike. That's a boundary. That's a really nice shot towards the square leg area. Umair getting a boundary, moves on to 6 of 5 balls. Umair Ghani having represented in the G20 and also in the Canadian setup, national setup. He's played for the G20 as well, a international level Canadian T20 competition on the lines of PSL, Big Bash, IPL for the Canadian region. Umair Ghani beaten outside the off stump by some really good bowling by Ali Raza. After the boundary, that was a good comeback by Ali. We have Jazba at 92 for 2.
That's a great shot by Umair.
Umair showing his class and his experience coming down the track to blunt any turn that might come off the pitch, and real good connection, swiping it to the square leg for a 6.
A lot of power on that shot. Going for a flat 6. And Ali Raza put under pressure already. 2 more balls to go.
Jazba off to a really good start, like how we know them in the BDCL.
That's gone. That's out of here. She's out of here, abhay. There's no coming back from this. Put away for 6, coming down the track again.
So happy marriage between golf and cricket, don't you think there, Parker? Teeing off, Umair,
Definitely, abhay.
That would have made Tiger Woods proud with the swing Umair Ghani exhibited there. 6 runs down to mid wicket, easily clearing the mid wicket fielder stationed at deep mid wicket.
Even bigger shot. Even bigger shot.
I think Parker Umair just drove from a golfing range in Toronto, looks like.
Send
Teeing off.
Send the ball back to Toronto there.
That's a 23 run over.
Big over. 100 of 110 for Jazba in just 9 overs.
That's some excellent batting by Umair, more known for his leg spinners in the international cricket scene. Obviously an accomplished batsman by the looks of it. And taking Ali Raza to the cleaners here with 3 sixes to end the over. Just bat a really healthy 110 for 2 in just the end of the 9th over.
Both batsmen looking to go big, not standing back. Rooney with the ball.
Shivpreet too, not any less of a batsman here. He is motoring along at 200 strike rate, 43 of 24 deliveries here. He is acting as the perfect foil to Umair's belligerent hitting here, and it begs to see the question, what is the final target that Jazba can achieve here?
Let me remind you, Umar has only been here for a bit over 2 overs, and he's already had 25 of 10 balls.
That's some intelligent batting, rotating the strike. 2 singles here. fitness there with a gentle flick down to fine leg. Fortunately, not enough timing to beat the fine leg fielder, but scampering two for a single there.
I don't remember Abhay, when was the last dot ball.
To be honest, Parker, I'm with you on this.
I thought this one could have been, but slight misfield.
Misfields tend to be costly in T20s, especially Parker, with the batsman rotating and the bowler not being able to settle on a length and line for a single batsman. Always frustrating to the bowler to see the batsman switching consistently.
Definitely Abhay. I think we can see that in front of us right now. 6 balls, 6 singles, comfortable. They already have the score on the board. So we are 10 overs, 116 for 2. It's over 11 and over.
Solid, limited overs cricket there. 6 singles. Score moves on to 116 of 10. Healthy run rate of 12 runs an over.
Here's an interesting change. They are getting Allen back. Allen got the wicket of Uday Singh. Now looks like he's targeting another couple wickets. Traditional field setup again.
Allen coming in to bowl from the pavilion end now. Change of ends for him, looks like. And we have a third man, well, two third men, looks like it, on the 30 yard. A point, backward point, covers, deep extra cover, long off, long on, and a mid wicket. And a fine leg as well. Shivpreet Umer Ghani sussing up the field here. Excellent movement shown there by Allen. He's able to, it's like controlling the ball on a string. He's able to keep the batsman guessing, and just a single for Umer Ghani there.
That's up in the air. Misjudged. I think it was the sun. Difficult bowling conditions. And Allen is acting like the bright light in this Spartans bowling order. He already has one wicket. That's another. And that's dropped again. That's a 4 drop catch. Shivpreet dropped by Rudy off Allen. And that's another chance gone.
Spartans, Allen seems to be only the genuine medium fast pacer in the Spartans lineup, with the rest of them either slow or slowish spinners. And Allen is producing the chances, but Spartans are not helping their bowlers by not holding on to the catches. That was an easy run out. I'm not sure what the batsmen are thinking there. Suicidal second run. Shivpreet getting there out. What a very valuable innings of 48
Do you think he
of
rushed?
28 deliveries.
You think he rushed into trying to get his 50 there, Abhay?
Looks like he might have been tiring and wanted to give the attacking batsman in the Jazba lineup a chance to further push the run rate. Jazba's Nazir Shafiq into bat. Nazir Shafiq is a very well respected and a talented left-handed batsman in the Jazba lineup. He's on the non-striker's end right now with the run out happening at the non-striker's end. Umair Ghani facing the delivery. Signaled a no ball, potentially for the front foot. This, this front foot stepping over. Signaled a free hit by the umpire.
Good bowling by Allen under pressure. Four good balls. Fifth one, two, but signal as a no ball. Umair on strike. Great bowling again by Allen. He's got five good balls, two drop catches. Odd bounce there. One for a single. End of the over.
So Nazir Shafiq in and along with Umair Ghani, they scored the remaining two singles of the over. And a no ball as well in the over after the wicket fall of the wicket, just by 124 for 3. 11 overs, Rudy coming back into the bowling attack. This is his third over. He's given away 13 runs. That's really good figures, running at 6 runs per over. And we have one of the biggest supporters of the NCC Cricket Club and in charge of the ground activities, Chan Qureshi, back into the commentary box. Chan Sab, how's it going? And welcome back to the action.
Rudy is coming up to bowl to Nasir Shafiq. And big swipe on the leg side, huge appeal for an LBW. Not out given by the umpire.
Our angle here from the pavilion end was missing leg stump, and of course umpire has a better view. Appeal for LBW denied. So
Nasir Shafiq looking to eye the leg side boundary.
the leg
That's
side,
the strong side.
stronger side, absolutely.
Again,
Oh,
for a
look
big
at that!
six over mid wicket. That is a huge six in the parking lot.
I think we went on the cage side field. So I'm glad that we built this ground a little bit away from the town line road, because otherwise some of the cars would be in trouble. They are national level players. They're international level players. Nasir Shafiq had played first class cricket in Malaysia. He's originally from Pakistan, and he played first class there as well. But he played for Malaysia and played the World Cup. And I think at one occasion he was the captain of the Malaysian team, and they beat the Afghanistan national team. Afghanistan is a strong side. So he's a left hand. He's also captain of the Jazba team here today. He's a left hand, very, very good batsman. They'll be relying on him to score big here. Okay. Oh, this is a bit of a risky. It's taking a lot of risk, and now you got bowled. So a quick inning from Nasir Shafiq. It's a good bowling from.
Rudy bowling quicker through the air, left arm bowling quicker through the air. This one hurried onto him, too quick, going for the same leg side hoik shot, and gets him bowled. $134 for 4 in 11.5 overs.
Over to Rupert Albert. Rupert has been part of Hamilton District League for now few decades. No reflection on his age. And then Rupert, welcome to the pavilion. Welcome to the comedy bar. Rupert has been very instrumental in getting Hamilton District League. I think he was very young as young secretary in 80s of the Hamilton District League, and worked very well with Chris Lote and Vern Payne and so many other executives. A big supporter from Hamilton Cricket Club. And Rupert, welcome to the commentary.
Thank you very much, Dan. It's good to be in Niagara again. It's always a pleasure to join you guys. It's a beautiful facility, beautiful sunny day. I can see that the contest on the field looks like it's coming along well. Some nice stroke play witnessed so far. Jazba is they might have been blocked a couple of overs, but they're going after the ball with purpose. The batsman at the crease, national experience, Omar Agani. Omar is currently 30 not out. We have a bit of a break in play as the umpire tried to rearrange the stump. Recently disturbed because Nasir Shafiq got bowled. New batsman facing Rudy. Rudy in comes and swings. Oh, it's a short catch. Covers. It could be out. This could be out. The umpire has signaled out. It looked like it was a bump ball, but the umpire has signaled out. It was a close call. We don't have replay here, obviously, and the umpire has given them out. New batsman out for a duck. Spartan is making a bit of a fight back. We saw some good hitting from Jazba. A couple of quick wickets trying to claw the way back, and the run rate has taken a bit of a dip just because of the few wickets that's fallen the last few balls.
I think Jazba still has a lot of batsmen in the dugout. They still have 6 wickets to go and only 4 overs remaining in this match. Umair is still batting. He's playing really well. Hit some big shots.
It's a bit of a with 6 wickets. You can expect a mad dash. You should be in for some exciting
4 overs and 6 wickets in hand. Look for some balls to be flying out of the park. As we get ready for the next over, medium pacer from the pavilion end. In comes the bowler.
Umair on strike. Umair goes down the
He
wicket.
goes big.
That's it,
This
up
could be
high in
out.
the air.
This could be out. This could be out, and it falls right between two fielders. Another chance let go. The fielder was pedaling back instead of running back for the ball, and it just fell between two fielders.
That was a tough chance. He had to move back. But you have to take those catches. That was an important wicket. Umair is playing so well today. Important catch missed. Let's see how costly this is.
Umer is the batsman of the danger batsman right now, and that's a chance that shouldn't have been let go. He can cause some problems here. Allen is getting set to go to bowl to Umer. Jasper is on the charge. Only 4 overs left in the game. Allen in, delivers. And it's a beautiful strike. 6 runs all the way. No doubt about that. Clean hit. Smacked right into the clubhouse. No doubt about that shot from the moment it left the bat. It's a beautiful strike from Umer. I think Spartan would root it. Another clean hit for a 6. Beautiful batting. It's 2 6 in a row. Can he go 3 6 in a row? Umer is on the charge, and Allen is trying to restrict him. So far, he's hit 2 6s in a row. In comes Allen to Umer. Jumps and delivers. And he goes again. Missed hit this time. No runs. He finally restricted him to a dot ball. As his teammate said, Shabash Allen. I guess you can say Shabash for restricting him to a dot ball after 2 6 in a row. But you can know Umer would not be contained for long. Allen back to his mark. Allen into Umer, and he delivers. And Umer charges and straight down the ground. It's a beautiful shot. 4 runs. Straight back past the bowler for 4. The bowler was lucky to get himself out of the way of that. That was like a tracer bullet. He was lucky to get his body out of the way of that shot. Beautiful shot from Umer. Jazba was penalized for 4 overs, so they're a bit of a rush here. The bowler is under a lot of pressure. He's trying his best, but Umer is on the charge. Allen once again delivers to Umer. And he strives, beats the fielder, racing towards the boundary. Can it go? It wins all the way 4 runs. It's turning out to be an expensive over. Umer was dropped earlier in the over, and he's making them pay the price. Umer is making them pay the price. It was a very costly mistake by Spartan. They dropped him early in the over, and he punished them for the rest of the over. Jazba, as I said, was penalized for by 4 overs in a 20 over game. That's a significant amount of penalty. Can they score 200 runs as little as 16 over? Let's see. They're giving it a good shot. The bowler is now coming from the DMZ paintball end. Rudy is the new bowler. The new batsman is Gosimran. Rudy's the bowler. Can Gosimran continue to charge? Here comes Rudy, and he delivers. And he drives to cover, to cut off for a single. Oh, cut out for a single. They looked like they were going to go for a second run, but at the last minute they stopped. Good decision. We're at Niagara Cricket Center. It's the Niagara Cricket Festival once again. We have some exciting game in charge in store. Due due to restriction, we are limited on spectators, but we have some exciting games going on. The next game is Youngsters versus the host. The host is Niagara Cricket Club. Youngsters always on the charge. Back to the bowler here. No runs. Youngsters like they always seem like they up for the challenge. Niagara has to be a favorite, but Youngsters always up for the challenge. So it'll be a good game at 4. We have a bit of a slowdown in the run rate here. Rudy's doing a good job restricting the new batsman. After that fireworks of an over, it's a good comeback by Rudy. Rudy and delivers. Big hit. Would it be the fielder? Fielder tries to cut it off. It looks like he cut it off. He saved 2 runs there. He cut off the from the 4. Saved 2 runs. Good fielding. The fielder might be in some trouble. He's down. Might be hurt. It's a breaking play. The fielder might be hurt. Okay, the fielder has now having a little bit of difficulty. He's doing some stretching, trying to work the kinks out. He's back on his feet now. It's good to see. Rudy in. It's a charge again. Miss hit. Goes to point. A quick single run. Good running by the batsman. Didn't connect the shot, but they still managed to get a single.
So we have a bowling change coming up. Hassan Adil is coming into bowl. He started the bowling off for the Spartans today. Hassan will be bowling to Gursimran. 2 runs left in the match. 2 overs. 2 overs, sorry. I get a feeling these are going to be 2 big overs. Salman is coming into bowl, bowling change. Oh, that is a big swipe on the leg side. Almost a 6, right just outside the boundary line. That goes for a 6. So putting the bowler under pressure from the first ball. 6 runs. Jazba now looking to go after each and every ball. Here comes Salman. And he's bowled him. Again looking to hit on the leg side. Smart bowling by Salman. Bowls on the off stump. And he's bowled him. Good bowling. So only 10 deliveries remaining in the match. 167 for 6. So Sahil is now coming into bat. He will be facing Salman. Third delivery of the over. Ball's an overpitch delivery, and that should be an easy single. That is what Jazba needs. They need Umair on strike. Umair has been striking the ball so well today. He scored 53 off just 23 balls. He's on strike now. He will be facing up to Salman. 3 balls to go in the over. Here comes Salman. Umair goes down the wicket, and that's a slower delivery. That should be a wide ball. It's wide signal by the umpire. Salman trying to bowl as away as possible, as much as away as possible from Umair. Trying to stay away from his range. Yeah. It should be a good contest here. Here comes Salman. Goes down the wicket. Good delivery. That's a dot ball. Umair looking to come down the wicket on each and every ball. Salman bowls a dot ball. Salman now bowling to Umair. Stays on the wicket. That's a short delivery, but it was a slower delivery, a slower bouncer. Beats him. That's another dot ball. So good bowling by Salman. 169 for 6. Jazba will be looking to hit out each and every ball now. Salman is bowling some good slower deliveries, beating the batsman. Bowls on the leg side, and that should be a wide. Well kept by the keeper. Salman looking to tuck him up, give him no room at all. Last ball of the over. Umair comes down the pitch again, hits it on the leg side, and that should go straight to the fielder for a single. He would like to keep the strike to face the last over. That's 171 for 6 and 15. Badr now coming into bowl. That could be a risky move here. Badr went for 20 runs in his first over. This will be his second over. Facing up to Umair. Bowling right arm off spin, quicker off spins. He has 5 fielders on the boundary, 3 on the leg side, 2 on the offside. Umair, I'm sure, will be eyeing the leg side. Last over of the innings coming up. Here comes Badr. Big swipe on the leg side. Should be 2 runs. Good fielding at the boundary by the fielder. 2 runs off the first ball. Umair eyeing that leg side boundary. We have a deep square leg, a cow corner, and a long on the leg side. Bowling off spin, right arm. Coming into the batsman. Here goes Badr. Shorter delivery, that's swiped on the leg side. That could be 4 runs. 4 runs in between cow corner and deep square leg. It takes a total to 177 for 6. Butter, here comes Butter. Third delivery of the over. As a he yorked him, and that should be an easy single. Good delivery by Butter. 3 deliveries remaining in the over. 7 runs off the over so far. Here comes Butter. Flight it up. Hits it down to long on. Takes a single. Puts Omer back on strike. So last 2 deliveries of the innings coming up. Omer should be looking to hit these on the leg side. Butter bowling quicker deliveries on the leg side. Here goes Butter. Shorter delivery, that's hit in between long on and cow corner. That goes for a 6. Good shot by Omer. Comes down the wicket and hoiks it over in between long on and cow corner. Takes Jazba to 185 for 6. Last ball of the innings comes up and his bat goes flying for a 6. Yeah, he loses the handle and the bat goes flying to near the umpire. That ends the inning. Jazba finish off at 185 for 6. They had only 16 overs to play because their batsmen were late coming into the ground, so they got deducted 4 overs. 185 is still a very strong total. Spartans will have to bat well to finish this off. It should be a good chase. Join us in about 10 to 15 minutes.
Testing, testing. So after being penalized, Jasper still managed to score 185 for 7 wickets in their 16 over. So they were docked 4 overs in a 20 over game, and they still managed to push the score up to 185. We'll be back in a few minutes to see the Spartan bat in and to see if Jasper can defend the target. 185 in 20 overs is a formidable score. I'm not sure how strong the Spartan batting is, but it'll have to be a good batting lineup to chase that total down. We're back at the NCC. Jasper is about to try to defend 185. We have Jazba. Sorry, I keep saying Jasper, but it's Jazba. So Spartan trying to chase down a target. It's a stiff total. 185 and 20 overs by no means is easy to get. We're about to resume the action here. Join me in the commentary booth is a couple of youngsters. We have Shoaib and we have Wally. They have a game at 4 o'clock versus the hosts, NCC. It's a tough challenge, but they seem to be up to it. And Mogis, who has been sitting in the commentary booth for a while, an NCC member, says we'll see about that. And yes, we will see. It's a game that everyone is looking forward to. Two of the H&D top teams playing in this tournament. Youngster is always the underdog, but I sure have been saying youngsters the underdog, but youngsters is always up for the fight, it seems. So I don't think you can ever count them out. That's one of the good things about watching their cricket because they always give it their all, play with a lot of passion. First ball of the inning, he is in, delivers, wraps him on the paddles, head legs him, they scramble through for a leg by. A hopeful appeal, not out, says the umpire. The bowler is Noman Zafar. I'm still trying to find out who's the batsman facing. New. Bowler adjusts his field. Noman is in again. Delivers. Forward defensive, no run. It's a good start so far for Jazba. Any dot ball is on a target of 185. Any dot ball is valuable. Spartan will do well to try to keep the scoreboard ticking. You don't want to fall too far back behind the run rate. Noman in again. He swings and he missed top edge over the keeper head. Races to the boundary for four. It was a top edge, but he gets 4 runs for it. At the end of the day, it's just the run that counts. Didn't look pretty, miscued, but he got 4 runs. No, Shoaib was telling me that they have already played Jazba, and I think Youngsters has a victory over Jazba, and Jazba is looking as a very formidable team. So that tells you the strength of the Youngster team that NCC is about to face at 4 p.m. NCC is always the favorite, but the underdog has nothing to lose. So it's not a good position for NCC to be in. The tournament hosts playing a up and feisty team as Youngsters. Shoaib, what do you think of Youngsters' chances at 4 o'clock?
Thanks, Rupert. I think it's going to be a very exciting game. Both teams played really well last weekend, got off to a good start in their first games with some convincing wins for both. Young Stars coming on top of Jaspa in a convincing win by 8 wickets, and NCC did the same against Spartans. The two teams, Jasba and Spartans, lost their first games. So it's both teams, NCC and Young Stars, seem to be well balanced squads. They have some very exciting players. Both teams play in the Hamilton and District Cricket League, so they have played against each other a number of times. It should be a very exciting fixture, and I'm pretty sure both squads are pumped about this fixture, and it should be a very exciting game.
No man in, delivers. And it's hit over the top for four. Ramiz just put him over the top for four. And the over that started promising, it's starting to leak some runs. So even though it was a top edge for the first four, the second four of the game, so it's turned out to be a good start for Spartan in the chase of 185. Newman back to his mark into Ramiz. Delivers forward defensive. Good batting. He's already gotten the required run in the first over. Forward defensive on that last ball. Good batting by Ramiz. First over went for 11 runs. If they can repeat that, they'll be well on their way to chasing down the target of 185. Second over of the inning from the DMC paintball end. Simran is the new bowler. Here comes Simran. And it's a driven over cover. It could be out. Oh, drop misfield by the go to the four. Went for four. Had a chance of a catch, but the fielder pulled up and misfielded. Went for four. He couldn't make up his mind whether to go for the catch or to stop the ball. And in the end, he didn't do either. Simran is back to his mark, and he's bowling to Sahib. Spartans are off to a healthy start. Bowles dabs it down, backward of square for a single. They've picked up 5 runs in 2 balls so far, and 11 in the first over. They continue like this, and they would have no problem getting to the target. But it is early in the innings. Gerson Ran is adjusting his field at the moment. Field is already spread. Extra cover on the boundary. Cow corner on the boundary. Delivers. Taps it around mid wicket. Picks up a single. Looking for a second one. No, says the batsman. Sends him back. The score is 16 after 1.2 overs, 1.3 overs. Delivers. Cut set straight to the fielder. No runs. Nice shot. No reward for it. Went straight to the fielder. Gursaram trying to claw his way back in this over. 3 balls has conceded 6 runs. And here he comes back into Sahib. Plays it against a point. No runs. The outfield is very quick here. If you don't stop the ball, it's almost certain to go for four. So 185, even though it seems like a good target, but a quick outfield like this, nothing is guaranteed. Gershon run back in, delivers forward defensive again, and they scramble through for a quick single. Very good running. He shies at the stumps, hits the batsman by accident. They look for a second, but change their mind. Very good running by the Spartan batsman. Sahib is currently on 10. Ramiz on 5. 17 for 1. Oh, no, sorry. 17 for no loss. I'm just being corrected. 18 for no loss here after 2 overs. Not a bad start for Spartans. Look like we have a change of bowling. Nasir Shafiq has the ball in his hand. Nasir is the captain. Very experienced player. He's familiar with the HDCL condition as he's played in this league before and he's played some international cricket, represented Malaysia. And here he is at the Niagara Cricket Center in Niagara, Ontario, Canada, playing for Jazba Cricket Club. He's adjusting the field. Here he is delivering to Sahib. The batsman pulls out of his stance. Dead ball calls the umpire. Nasha into Sahib. Delivers. And he just dabs it over the top. Is he out? No, he's dropped. The fielder did well to get there, but at the end, it spilled from his hand. He tried to guide it over the infield. Didn't hit it hard enough. But the fielder at point couldn't quite hang on to the catch. He did well to get to the ball in the first place, but got his hand to it and couldn't hang on. The batsman went through for a single. Nasir into Ramiz. Goes hard, and it's 4 runs. 2 bounce to the boundary, 4 runs. Well, we can definitely tell that Spartan has no intention of not putting up a fight. They are going for it right away. I think we're in for a good game here. Nasir's an experienced campaigner. I know he will adjust. Let's see what happens here. Nasir into Ramiz. Delivers. And he swings and he misses. Full swing and miss. You can see Ramiz going over to the off stump and targeting the leg side. But it's a well packed offside field. And he might be trying to find the gaps on the leg side. And there are quite a few gaps on the leg side because we have 6 fielders on the offside right now. Nasir delivers. And once again, he hits him over mid on. 4 runs, 1 bounce for 4. Ramiz is working his way to the off stump and targeting the leg side. I think there's only 2 fielders on the leg side right now. 2 fielders that I can see on the leg side. And with the batsman adjusting and targeting the leg side, let's see if they adjust. Here comes Nasir again, and he goes over again. Swings and miss. Faint appeal. There was no contact there. Fielders are just excited that the ball passed the bat, I believe. Nasir is trying to keep the ball outside of the off stump, bowling to his packed offside field. But Ramiz is working his way over to the offside and targeting that leg side with the bat. Here he goes again. Swings and he misses. Good comeback by Nasir. He sees that the batsman is trying to force the action on the onside and he kept putting the ball out from the off stump. And he did manage to keep the batsman very aggressive. Ramiz. He did manage to keep him a little quiet in the last few balls. His teammates are trying to explain to him that the batsman is trying to hit the ball toward legs.
At the end of 3 overs, Spartans have got off to a good start. 3 overs, 27 for no wicket. They're well on par with the run rate required. No wickets have been lost, so they have 10 wickets in hand. 159 still to get in 17 overs. They would be banking on this opening stand to continue on this good momentum they've got so far. While Jazba may want to pick up a wicket here to pull things back a little bit. Ramiz hitting 2 boundaries in the last over is moved on to 13 of 9 deliveries, while Sahib is not out on 12. And seems like same bowler, Gursimran, continuing from the DMZ paintball end. And this one is tucked away inside edge from Sahib towards square leg for a single. Just buff fielder is now making a lot of noise in the ground trying to back their bowler. They're looking for a wicket. They're fighting it out hard. This is a crucial encounter in the context of this tournament. Both teams looking to register their first win. In comes Gursimran to bowl to Ramiz, and Ramiz slashes hard, straight back pass Gursimran, and that will go all the way to the boundary for 4 runs. Straight back past the bowler, even though there was a long on fielder there, but he timed that really well and went all the way for 4. Score moves on to 32 for no wicket after 3.2 overs.
Shoaib, I'm quite surprised that Jazba has not adjusted. That Ramis is playing everything on the onside, and they're persistent with a pack offside feel. He is not. I don't think he's ever hit the ball on the offside so far, but they have not adjusted feeling at all. Let's see. Here it goes again. There's only two fielders on the leg side. Delivers to Ramis. He goes over and once again plays it on the mid on. Man from mid off runs over. Maybe that should give them a hint that he should be in mid on in the first place. Remis is only hitting the ball on the leg side so far. If you look at his wagon wheel, most of his scoring runs will be on the leg side, but yet Jasper is persistent with an offside feel. What do you think about that, Shoaib?
Gursimran to Sahib, and that's a good delivery. Better length from Gursimran beats Sahib. That's right, Rupert. Yeah, so far Ramiz seems to be he seems to be a powerhouse who looks at the ball and just creates that arc towards the leg side, and the bowler is bowling a wicket to wicket line to him. And they should think about bringing that extra protection on the leg side. Right now they have a packed out offside field, but the bowler is not like keeping it outside the off stump to Ramiz especially. And Ramiz is a known dangerous batsman of the order for Spartans. This one is a better delivery from Gursimran, tapped gently for a single. There's a deep long on that they know that's Ramiz's strength. I don't really understand why there's a deep extra cover fielder at the boundary for Ramiz. If they have 6 fielders inside the circle on the offside, and now they've pushed a long off to the boundary. So let's see how the ball that seems a little better, but they could perhaps bring one more fielder to the leg side. Simran to Ramid, and that's a short, and again that's an inside edge. This is a fast outfield, won't go all the way to the boundary. Maybe perhaps it will. It does go for 4. It's a very fast outfield. I think that's exactly what you were suggesting, Rupert. Maybe they need to have that extra fielder to cut this arc that Ramiz has towards the leg side, and that which is working really well for him. So after 4 overs, it's 38 for no wicket for Spartans.
Shoaib, it seemed that Jasper had a plan to bowl outside the off stump to Ramiz, but he's actually going outside of the off stump, but he's bringing the ball to the leg side, and they have not adjusted. It's we're playing T20 cricket. There's not a lot of time to waste in terms of making adjustments, and as we can see, he has scored all his runs on the leg side. He's moved up to 22 runs. He's scoring at a good rate. His current strike rate is 183. So you don't have time to waste. He made 22 in 12 balls. How long are you going to take to make the change? You give him another 12 balls and he'll be quickly at 50. So I think using his experience, I think Nasir should realize that the batsman is only scoring on the leg side, and you don't have the fielders over there. But I don't see any change in place. He's persistent with his current offside field. There's still only two fielders on the leg side, and Nasir is getting ready to bowl to Ramiz.
Yeah, Rupert, with Nasser bowling, I think Nasser wants him to go on that leg side, play across the line because Nasser angles the ball away from the right-handed batsman and creates that natural angle, and which is why he's got a packed circle, hoping that to create an opportunity there. This one is driven straight to the fielder on the at cover. So with that, it might make sense. He's taking on that educated risk, calculated chance. Nasser wants to buy this wicket. Perhaps from the other end, where Gursimran is right arm over the wicket without any swing in this condition, is bowling straight wicket to wicket. So perhaps more protection on the leg side would make more sense. But I think Jazba's strategy at this point is they want Ramiz to play that across the line shot and create that mistake.
Let's see if it works out for them. Ramiz is now on strike, and Nasir adjusts the field. He's actually adjusting the offside field. Shoaib, I think you're right. I think he is looking to play the percentage and hoping the batsman takes the risk. But so far, the batsman is taking the risk, and the risk is paying off for him. He's he's at 22. He delivers, and that's a wide. So one of the drawbacks in when Ramiz moving across the crease is that the bowler does not have a lot of room for errors outside the off stump, and as you can see there, trying to push the ball wide of the batsman ended up in a wide. So he has extra delivery to bowl. Nasir in bowls, and Ramiz strikes, got an edge, didn't go to hand, didn't go to hand. But Nasir is definitely keeping the ball outside the off stump. Smart bowling, and you can tell with the batsman moving across the field, moving across the crease, that he's not an easy batsman to bowl to. But Nasir is managing to keep him a little quiet this over. He adjusts his field once again. A lot of chatter on the field. They can tell it's a crucial stage of the game. Nasir into Ramiz, and he swings over the leg stump again, and it's caught by a spectator, one of the few spectators around. It is a six. Once again, mid wicket. Every run he scored has been on the leg side. Shoaib, what do you think about the gamble so far by Ramiz?
That's right. Like Ramiz is taking the gamble. Nasser obviously not very pacey, and Ramiz waited on that one and swiped across the line for a six. And had there been a fielder there, a deep square leg fielder, that could have been caught at the boundary as well. Just barely crossed the boundary line there. This one is driven to the deep extra cover fielder for a single. Ramiz got out in the first game against NCC at the long on boundary as well. So perhaps NCC had a better plan in terms of acknowledging where Ramiz likes to hit. Nasser to Sahib, and this one is driven through extra cover, will be just a single. So after 5 overs, it's 48 for no wicket. Spartans, who've got off to a great start, they need 138 in 15 overs with all wickets intact. One more over remaining in this power play.
So as I'm saying, Shoaib, Ramiz's strike rate just keeps increasing. So whatever gamble Jasper is taking is not paying off. Ramiz is currently at a strike rate of 193. So he's almost hitting two runs a ball, which you can't afford for a batsman like that to hang around too long. He will change the game. So if I was on the field or if I was an advisor to Jasper, I would say put some people on the leg side, try to cut off some of his scoring shots, because right now the gamble is paying off for him, and they do have wickets in hand. So he's setting up his team nicely. He's doing his job. If he can even last for two more overs, he would have done a very good job for his team.
So seems like Rupert they have introduced a change in bowling now from the DMZ paintball end, and now Omer Ghani will be bowling. Omer obviously a very good spin bowler, and Jazba will be banking on him for sure. His spell will be very crucial, and it will be interesting to see how Spartans cope with his bowling. He's a very good spin bowler, um, and he's going to be bowling within the power play, so 1 over remaining. So it's a gamble that let's see how Spartans gamble with this. Will they take on Omer in his first over, or play him out? So Nasir now banking on Omer to bring that first breakthrough for Jazba that they need. 48 without any wicket. This opening stand looking good for Spartans. 15 overs remaining, 138 to get. This is a great outfield here at NCC. Good batting conditions. So let's see how Omer goes with his business.
It's a good change. Will make in bowls and driven to mid off along the ground for a single. I think this is a good change, and I think Ramiz will do well to get used to the new bowler. Would he be patient enough to wait? I just have a feeling that he wouldn't be patient, and I think we're up for a challenge here. Ramiz has been hitting everything that comes his way, and now we have a bowler with that's spinning the ball. They, they made a change. They have a few more people on the leg side now. We have a short mid wicket. We had a mid on, and he actually cuts it over mid wicket, over covers for four. Just when I thought he couldn't play balls on the outside, he proved me wrong. As the field adjusted to the leg, he slapped it over a point for four. One bounce for four. Ramiz's strike rate is over 200 now, and we have somebody going to extra cover. Ramiz's the crowd is chanting "Bat on Ramiz," or I should say his supporters. Not much of a crowd, and he goes forward defensive, showing some respect to the bowler. Ramiz is on 33 after 16 balls. Jasper adjusts the field again. Umar in. Ramiz goes hard over the fielder. He should be safe. It's in the air, but is racing towards the boundary. 4 runs. And his supporter says, that's it, Ramiz boy. Because Ramiz is taking them there. Ramiz is at 37, as I say, if Ramiz hangs out for a couple overs. Spartan will be well placed if Ramiz can stick around for 2 to 3 more overs. It's 57 for no loss. Umar into Ramiz. Shuffles over, and he goes hard. Over mid on. 6 runs. Ramiz is on the go. Ramiz is on the go. Whatever gamble is not working out for Jazba because Ramiz is, as I say, he's working his way up to 50. He's currently on 43. It wouldn't take him long. His strike rate is now 226. So it's not somebody that you want hanging around. They need to get him out of the wicket, otherwise the game will be taken away from Jazba. Umar into Ramiz. And he slashes it away. No one there. And the crowd makes noise again. Slaps it over extra cover for 6. Ramiz is finding the ball in the middle of the bat, making it look effortless. Good batting so far. The spinner came on, and the gamble so far hasn't worked out. He's given up 21 runs so far. 21 run in that over. It's probably the highest scoring over, so it hasn't worked out, but it was worth the chance. Jasper is trying to figure out who they're going to bring on the bowling. Is it going to be Nasir again, or are they going to make a change of bowling? It's 69 for no loss after 6 overs. The run rate is well over what they require, and Jasper has to make some adjustment here. What do you suggest, Shoaib?
Yeah, for sure, Rupert. This is a great start. First power play, definitely going Spartans' way. They're well ahead right now, and Ramiz has quickly moved on to 49 of just 20 deliveries. So Ramiz just one short of that 50-run landmark, and he's got Spartans off to a flyer. The new bowler Sean is being introduced into the attack, and now, given the end of the power play, they have moved out sweeping like boundary fielders. So right now they have a deep square leg a deep mid wicket and a long on at the boundary on the leg side. Two fielders in the circle, a short back foot square leg and the short mid wicket. Sean to bowl to Sahib. Sahib drives it gently towards mid wicket for a single. Smart batting by Sahib. Rupert, he's supporting Ramid. He knows Ramid is the aggressor, and as long as Ramid stays there, the Spartans are well ahead, and Sahib just needs to keep rotating the strike. Two fielders on the boundary on the offside as well, one long off and one deep extra cover, and two men inside the circle for Sean are backward point and short cover.
It's an appeal for LBW, but it's clearly going down the leg side. I think one of the advantage of Rami's batting is he's making it easy for his batting partner because you can see the spread feel makes it easy for his partner to pick up the single and give Ramis the strike. Jasper is keeping the same feel for both batsmen, even though um, Sahib is not doing a lot of hitting, but with the spread feel, he has lots of space to pick up the single and put Ramis back on strike. Sean into Ramiz, and Ramiz goes hard. I think he bowled him. He went across the line trying to target the leg side again, and bowled him. Ramiz falls one short of his half century. He falls for 49. Very well played 49. It's too bad he couldn't get the half century, but he did his job. Strike rate of 222, 49 and 22 balls. And Sean came in and tried to force it across the leg side again, as he's been doing all innings, and he got bowled. Now it's a matter of trying to see if the incoming batsman can keep up the pace that Ramis has set. He's laid the platform. Can his teammate take advantage and bring his side home? Shoaib, are you familiar with the Spartan players?
I think this looks like Salman Arshad coming into bat at one down. Uh, we will get a confirmation officially on that just shortly, but I think it's Salman Arshad coming in. Again, a good batsman. He did not play in the first game for Spartan, and it's on him now to take the score forward. Spartans do have a good batting lineup. They bat quite deep, so we should be in for an interesting game. While Jazba at this stage would be looking to bring themselves back in the game, they've got the initial breakthrough they were looking for. The dangerous Ramiz well bowled by Sean. He tossed it up, invited Ramiz to go for that big heave, and Ramiz, who was quite content with facing the pace bowling, succumbed to the slowish delivery from Sean, who got his wicket. So 70 runs opening stand for Spartans. Now it's on Salman Arshad. Let's see how he takes things along. 116 still required from 13.3 overs, still like requiring around 8.6 runs an over. So it's about consolidating in the middle overs right now and taking this game deep from Spartans' perspective, while Jazba obviously trying to capitalize on this wicket now. So Sean now to Salman. That's well bowled. Sean is keeping things very tight. If the batsmen want to go for any aggressive shots, they have to take a risk. He's bowling a tight channel within the wickets, mixing things up with his pace as well, seems like. Sean to Salman. Salman drives this one, and there is protection there. A deep extra cover. Salman gets off the mark with a single.
Shoaib, is this the same Sean that played for NCC last season, or is this a different guy? Okay, Sean is in, bowled. And the batsman cuts, didn't have much room, but he did manage to cut it nicely, and it races away for four. Good batting. Didn't seem to have a lot of room outside the off somebody rocked back and cut it for four. It's 75 for one after 7 overs, chasing 185.
So 75 for one after 7 overs. Omer who conceded 21 runs from his first over, was taken on by Ramiz in the last over of the power play, and seems like Nasser has gone back to his pace bowler. Believe it's going to be Noman who will come in, or just getting confirmation on that. Noman who opened the bowling for Jazba.
So with the change of wickets, I guess Nasir is trying to get a couple more quick wickets here. So he brought back his opening bowler, Salman, to face Noman. Noman's first over went for 10 runs. Comparing to the others, it's not bad. Here comes Noman. Oh, dangerous shot from the batsman. He just hung his bat outside there. The ball went down the offside, and the batsman just hung his bat outside the off stump. No slips in place, so it is a gamble. It's just to keep her back there. But you don't want you hanging your bat outside the off stump like that. You see, you went fishing there. Didn't catch anything, luckily. We're just seeing a bit of a lull in the strike rate. The new batsman come in. Forward defensive again. Another dot ball. So Jasper is starting to claw their way back with the fall of the wicket. With the fall of the wicket, the resulting lull in the run rate is working toward Jasper's favor. Norman into Salman. Forward defensive again, another dot ball. And Salman is trying to get himself in. He's just got into the wicket. He needs some time to adjust. But we're playing T20 cricket, so you don't have a lot of time. Each dot ball counts. And you don't want to squander the good start you have by falling behind on the run rate. It is a challenging run rate, no matter it's a good start, but it is a challenging run rate. It's over 8 and over right now, so you don't want too many dot balls. No man into something, and he drives. He should pick up a single, looking to go for two. It's a challenge. His partner sends him back. It would have been a close call. I think it was a good decision to send him back. Sahib's strike rate is not bad. He's at 122, so it might probably be the best person to be on strike right now. Spartan looking to pick up a boundary in this over to keep the run rate within target. You keep yourself close for a charge at the end. No man in delivers, and he dabs it down to point, and they scramble through for a single. Good run in between the batsmen. One ball left in the over. Spartan will look to pick up a boundary on this last ball. Try to keep themselves close by trying to score some runs in every over. Don't want to leave too much work to do at the end. No man in, and he slashes it through extra cover to feel it only to cut it off from the boundary. It's a good over from the bowler. Noman came back here and then only gave up about 3 runs in that over. Good bowling.
Yeah, that's a good comeback over from Noman. 78 for 1. So there's 3 coming off that over. So the wicket has definitely put some shackles in containing the runs now. 8 overs, 78 for 1. 12 overs remaining. 108 still to get, and run rate required is exactly at 9 per over now. Sean will continue from the pavilion end. Succeeded in getting that initial breakthrough for Jazba, which put some break in the scoring rate. Sahib, in the meanwhile, is continuing on. He's moved on to 23 and seems to be the person who will look to anchor the innings till the end. Salman now on strike. And Salman goes big. That's six. That is deposited over the mid wicket for six in his arc. And Salman taking the ante there and clearing the boundary quite comfortably for six. Just the big hit that Spartans needed at this stage to pull things back in their favor a little bit. And Salman gets a good start to this over with a six. Let's see how Shan comes back. He bowls to Salman, and Salman, this one, dabs it to behind square. Just a single. Good work from the square leg fielder there. That was well bowled by Shan. Slowed the pace a little bit, got a little bit more turn from the wicket there, and bounce. Shan to Sahib. And there's a short. Sahib easily put away by Sahib for four. That is a loose delivery from Shan. Short down the leg side and easily put away by Sahib for 4 runs. 89 for 1. This is a good start to the over for Spartans. 11 runs already of the first three balls. And that brings the required runs to under 100 now. 97 needed of 69 deliveries. And also the rate.
I don't think you can ask for an easier delivery in this level of cricket, Shoaib. It literally sat up there and begged to be hit. The previous over only gave away 3 runs, and they were trying. The run rate had gone over to 9. It doesn't take much to change the run rate, so you don't want to give up any loose deliveries. But after only 3 balls, he's already given up. Not just that he given up a bunch of runs, it's the quality of the ball. If he bowls more like that, that could be an expensive over. You can look for it to be over 20 runs and over there.
Yeah, just when Jazba were looking to pull things back a little bit, create that extra pressure, a loose start to this over. Both it's a very important game for both these teams in the context of the tournament. This group is wide open. Some big games in this group will decide who goes forward into the semifinals tomorrow. This one is cut and gets an edge, flies down to the third man area for a couple of runs to Sahib. Score moves along to 91 for 1. Only one wicket Spartans have lost so far and have already scored 91 runs. Right now, they would really feel that this game is in their control. Sahib sweeps, keeps it along the carpet. That's well driven, swept. Single out to deep square leg. Well played by Sahib there. He's keeping his cool. He's putting the bad deliveries away and trying to play ground shots along the ground. Salman now on strike. Last ball of the over for Sean. And this is well guided. Again behind third man. He might get a couple of runs there. And he comes back for the second. That's well smart batting. So an expensive over for Jazba this one. After 2 overs, Sean has conceded 22 runs and has got a wicket. That over going for 16 runs. So 94 for 1 after 9 overs. 92 more needed after from 11 overs.
Yeah, Shoaib, the 22 runs in 2 overs doesn't tell the whole story. Most of the runs was given away in the last over. His first over was good. The second over, he just seemed to have lost the plot a bit. He dropped it short and was slow, sat up for it to be hit. And the commentary box is I'm being visited by guys from NCC and both guys from youngsters, and they that's the next game. And I hear some discussion as what you gonna do if you win the toss going on, but it doesn't really matter. The weather is pretty consistent. We play on artificial wickets, so it's not as crucial as we play on natural turf. But but I think when you're playing T20 cricket, I always say bat first, put the runs on the board, let the nerves get to the team batting second. Spartan is doing a good job here trying to chase the target, but as we know, as you get closer, things get nervy. There's how many runs left, Shoaib? So they need 92 runs still from 11 overs. That's still a testing target. They by no means I wouldn't say they're ahead. They're I think the game is evenly poised right now. Norman in forward defensive. And it's oh nope, they attempted a single sent back by his partner. Good call. I think would have been a run out if he kept going. As I said, I would say the game is evenly poised. If I was the fielding team, I would be quite happy to have a team requiring 9 runs and over. The batting team does have a chance. It's a good fight right now going on. Noman in, delivers, and swings and miss. Another dot ball. 94 for one. The game is starting to swing toward Jazba way. With the departure of Remy, the score has slowed up, and the run rate is slowly rising. These middle overs are crucial. A lot of chatter on the field from Jasper's team. Batsman settles. Here comes Duman. Delivers, and they scamper through for a single. Just an inside edge onto the pads, but they scamper through for a single. They need to take those singles as the run rate is creeping up. Sahib has managed to work his way up to 31. His strike rate is a healthy 124. And Solomon is starting to settle in. He's now striking at 120. So Jasper should be careful of these batsmen settling in. You don't want another partnership starting. They can take the game away from you. As you can tell, that Solomon looks like he can hit the ball. Um, so you don't want him settling in. His strike rate has quickly jumped to 120. He's currently on 12 after 10 balls. Noman into Solomon. Charges him. Big swing, but he missed. His intention is to show aggression, and he's doing just that. You can tell that Spartan is not about to not give them a good fight here. We have a game that's poised. Right now, you couldn't pick a winner. If I was a betting man, I would say my money's on Jasper, the bowling team, but you can't really decide right now.
Noman to Salman there and guided by Salman looking for a quick single and they go through. Quick running between the wickets. It's one more run to Salman. Yes, Rupert. In terms of the run rate, it's quite at par right now, but it's the 9 wickets in hand that Spartans have, which might give them some confidence to chase this target down. So right now, 96 for one, 90 runs required, 90 of last 10 when you have 9 wickets in hand. One would think it should be a comfortable, not a comfortable win. This is up in the air. This could be caught. Fielder coming under it and takes it easily caught by Taj Pawar there. So Noman gives the breakthrough and Sahib losing his cool there. And Spartans lose their second wicket. Sahib now gone after scoring 31 of 26 balls. It's 96 for 2 now after 10 overs.
Shoaib, you were mentioning the 9 wickets in hand, but I was about to tell you that 9 wickets in hand, but there's also a lot of pressure there. That target, that 9 runs and over, can be intimidating. Trying to push the score, you take a lot of chances. So I still, right now, I would tell you, I would say that Jasper would be the favorite to win this game. The pressure is mounting. We're starting to see some clouds rolling in at the NCC. Some crowds rolling into the NCC. We got the action starting up at the DMZ paintball end. We can see some flares and markers. DMZ paintball is right next door to us here, and you can see some flares going off in the background, right behind the Canadian flag. So with the cloud rolling in, we can start to see the atmosphere affecting the bowling a little bit, And then next game, we will probably see the ball swinging a little bit more as it is affected by the weather. But right now, Spartan trying to chase down a target. The current run rate is over 9 and over. Okay, sorry, I should say it's just under 9 and over for the run rate. But as the pressure builds, you can look. One more wicket falling here can spell trouble for Spartan. Jasper is a lot of adjustment to the field, slow going here. It's taken a while for the deliveries to bowl. I'm faced with constant chatter from the youngsters players and the NCC players about the upcoming game. A lot of planning going on behind me here. And he tucks it away down mid on for a single. New batsman is Murtaza Majid. It's 97 for 2. Umer into Salman. Strikes it just past the bowler, picks up a quick single. And, oh, missed field, and he scampers through for a second one. Nobody's backing up the stumps, and they manage to scamper through for a second run. Every run counts right now. Dot balls are valuable. Missed field should have been picked up. Three fielders there. No one picked up the ball, and the batsman scampered through for a second run. Bowler raced into the outfield trying to feel his own bowling, but at the end, no one picked up the ball. Umer back. Bowl to Salmon. Salmon drives it past the bowler again to mid off. Only a single this time. Ball quickly back to the bowler. 100 up for Spartans. 2 wickets down. 85 more to go. Umer in. Edge pass point. Picks up another single. Oh, they went for a second one as the fielder fell. And they did go back for a second run. With the target in double digit now, Spartan dugout is starting to cheer a bit. Umar in, delivers, forward defensive, no run. Shoaib can start to feel a tension on both sides. Who you think is going to hold the nerve?
Yes, Rupert, it's a game of nerves at this stage. Some enthusiasm being shown by Jazba. And this is short, well tucked away by Murtaza, well fielded on square leg for a single. So that concludes the 11th over. It's now 103 for 2. 83 now needed of 9 overs. Run rate around 9-10 per over. 8 wickets in hand. So it's all about nerves at this stage. A couple of quick wickets, and you never know. Those nerves might creep in a little bit more, give more confidence to Jazba. On the other hand, one good over for Spartans, and the game moved in their favor. So it's well poised at this stage, one would say. 11 overs, 103 for 2.
In a nervy situation, sir, I always go with the fielding team. So right now, I would say I'm going with Jasper in terms of all they need is a couple of dot balls to up the pressure, and the batsman will take risks. So the next 2 overs, I would say, will be the game. Not sure who the new bowler is. Looks like Newman continues. Should be Newman's final over of the match. It's sorry, Shoaib. It's looking like a new bowler, and I don't think that's Newman. Okay, Jazba has a change in bowling. Who's the new bowler, Shoaib? Ode. Murtasa to Ode to Murtasa. Tucks it behind square leg. Picks up a single. Spartan is keeping the scoreboard ticking, but they do need to pick up the boundaries here and there because they require around 9 runs and over. So singles wouldn't do it. They need to pick up the doubles and the boundaries. It's a loud appeal, but I think the batsman bat just hit the carpet. There was no contact with the ball there. Uday is the new bowler. Here comes Uday to Salman. And he goes hard, beautifully struck, 6 runs. Well struck, 6 runs. It's a crucial over here. This game is literally at a pivotal point. The next 2 overs will determine the winners, I think. Who can hold a nerve for the next couple of overs? Spartan is at 110 for 2. What does Jazba bring in terms of bowling? They're trying Uday, and so far, he hasn't done the job. Uday back into Salman. And he drives him past the bowler again, racing towards the boundary, cut off by the fielder. Only picked up a single. So Spartan is staying on top of the run rate. They're consistent and they're keeping themselves in the game. Uday into Murtaza. Forward defensive. No runs. It's dot ball. Murtaza drives it past mid on. Picks up a single. So I would say that was a power over for both teams. It's like a sparring match right now. No one took the advantage there, even though it looked like Spartan got a leg up, but they didn't really take the advantage there. They managed to get about 9 runs in that over. They need to keep the score above 9 in order to win this match. So, Shoaib, what do you think the next overs will hold? Because that over was a wash between the two teams here.
Yeah, it's just 9.25 needed. 9 runs were conceded in the last over. It sounds like Jazba do need to keep taking those wickets. Wickets always help in pulling things back, creating that anxiety in the batting team. But right now, these two batsmen are quite content in picking up those 9 runs and over and taking this game deep. They are targeting that one boundary per over, and once they get that, they're smart. They're rotating the strike as well, keeping the wickets intact. So Omer will continue. He's going to bowl to Murtaza. It's 112 for 2 after 12 overs. Omer is being flicked away towards mid wicket boundary for a single. Three fielders on the boundary for Omer. Deep square leg, deep mid wicket, and a long on. One man inside the circle on short fine leg. And he's now bowling to Salman. I'm sure Salman might be looking to go big in this over as well. And he's bowled him. Oh, he's missed him. Sorry. That was a good delivery from Umair. Just goes over the stumps. Salman trying to go for the big shot. Misses out, and that just goes over the stumps. Well bowled by Umair. Umair trying to buy that wicket for Jazba. That's well bowled again and well guided by Salman and passes the short third man fielder. Needed a better effort from the fielder at this stage. Every run is crucial, and Salman comes back for two. Slight bit of misfielding there. You need all the support from the fielders at this stage as a bowler, given it's a tight game. It's going down to the wire. It's a very important game for both these sides. We're looking to register their first win. 115 for 2, Umair to Salman. Salman waits the stun. This is well bowled by Umair, and that's spun and bounce from this wicket. Umair, obviously tall spin bowler, getting that bounce. Slowed things up a bit. He's trying to bowl a good channel. This is a good over so far from Umair. And again, well bowled and looking for a quick single. And again, Murtaza comes through. Salman trying to negotiate Omer here. Omer 2.4 overs so far, 32 runs. He conceded 21 off his first over. So that concludes a good over from Omer. Just 4 runs conceded off it. 116 for 2 after 13 overs. The Spartans need 70 of 7 now. Run rate exactly at 10 runs and over. 8 wickets in hand.
Joab, the game is starting to slip from Spartan. I know the batsmen have been a little cautious, but it's like they need pretty well 10 runs and over now. And you can't let the run rate keep. We don't have a Andre Russell in the dugout, so you can't let the run rate keep creeping up over 10 because you don't have that kind of firepower to chase it in the last over. It's best to keep yourself within striking distance. There seemed to be a bit of a bowling change again. A lot of chatting on the field from the Jazba team. A lot of planning. Seemed like Ode is continue. I'm sorry. There's a lot of excitement going on the field right now, so it's coming a lot of chit chat, a lot of time in between the balls. I'm not sure if the umpire is keeping track of the over rate, but the over rate has been very slow. There seemed to be a lot of adjustment to the field, as we've seen an adjustment once again, and the time in between balls is taking a little too long for the pace of the game. Udain, a ball his run up, another field adjustment. Salman is a danger man here. Udain to Salman, and he hits him hard, and it's 6 runs. 6 runs, well struck ball. 6 runs. It's a good start to the over for Spartan. And Spartan does need that, as I said. They need to get to 10 runs and over now. They can't let it keep slipping back. Salman has raced up to 32 off 22 balls. Uday into Salman. And he goes again, well struck again, another 6. 2 in a row. He's doing the job. And in 2 balls, he's gotten 12 runs. So he's keeping them in the game. I think Jazba will be well served to bring their captain back on the ball. Not sure what his plan is, but he needs his experience right now because he can't afford to let the game slip away. What's going to happen here? Uday into Salman. Delivers. And he drives it through covers. Picks up a single. They're looking for a 2. No, says the batsman. It's been a healthy over for Spartan so far. It's always good to score the boundary in the first couple of overs, first couple of balls. And he guides it for another single. Murtaza is coming and he's supporting his partner well. Salman is doing most of the hitting, and Murtaza is just guiding him and providing him with a strike. He's doing a good job in that respect, and his strike rate is only a 77, but he's doing his job in turning over the strike to Salman. Once again, Uday to Salman. And he goes hard, straight to the fielder, though. One bounce. The fielder didn't go for the catch. Instead, took it on one bounce and tossed it back. Salman up to 40 now. He's calling for a drink of water. He has been working very hard out there, and it's a hot day in Niagara. Uday into Murtaza. Murtaza guides him once again for a single. I think Murtaza did a bit of a miscalculating there because he was probably trying to give Salman the strike, but it was the end of the over, and he managed to take the strike away from Salman. It's not a water break, but we have the fielders rushing on to give the batsman a quick drink. As I say, it's a very hot day in Niagara, so batsman needs to stay hydrated. You can see even the umpires are starting to look like they're feeling the effect of the heat. It's beautiful cricket condition. The outfield looks is well prepared by the master groundman here, Tan Qureshi. He runs a tight ship. We have a beautiful pavilion that the media box is well designed. I can still smell the pine. It's freshly made. I'm not sure. Last week it wasn't here. This week is here. I'm not sure how quickly he gets guys working, but he manages to do it. I can still smell the pine from the fresh cut wood. But it's a nice setup. We're fortunate to be in the shade. There's a couple of shaded areas around the ground, and he managed to get it set up very quickly. The outfield, I'm sure if you can see, the outfield is meticulously cut, and everything looked pristine. Good day for cricket in Niagara at the NCC Cricket Center. This is the first major tournament, the first tournament of the year, due to the restrictions. Omer in the Salmon driven for a single. So sorry, the Murtaza driven for a single. Looking for two, sent back by Salmon.
So we're into the last 6 overs now. 53 more required. 133 for two Spartans. So this is a critical juncture of this game now. Let's see if Jazba can pull things back a little bit, get a wicket or two here. Salman goes big. This is up in the air. And it's over the fielder's head for a 6 over long on. Well hit by Salman there. He moved along on to 46 now of just 26 balls. He's hit 5 6s, no boundaries, no boundaries, just sixes. He's just dealing in sixes. He started off slowly, and then he's picked things up for Spartans. 46 not out. This is again guided down to short third man. Could be a tight, but Murtaza quick between the wickets there. Good running between the wickets. 140 for two now. 14.3 overs. Just 46 more needed of 33 balls. 8 wickets in hands for Spartans. Omer Ghani bowling his last over. 3.3 overs, 40 runs. He's been expensive. He's got a taste of his own medicine. He batted really well to take Spartans to 185. Now he's conceded 40 in his 3.3 overs he's bowled. That is tabbed to deep square leg for a single. 141 for two. Again, smart batting. First ball hit for six. Sorry, second ball hit for six. And then the batsmen keep rotating strike. They've got already 9 in this over of the first 4 balls. Salman on strike. Cuts it. Short third man fielder now trying to save that single. Is coming closer in the circle. Dot ball. Omer Ghani, last ball of his spell. Bowls to Salman. That's quicker, short, well dapped, looking for two. Running the first one hard. Good charge in from the boundary fielder to stop them to a single. So that concludes Omer's 4 over spell. 42 for no wicket. while Spartans move along to 142 for 2 after 15 overs. They need 44 more runs in 5 overs, 8 wickets in hand. So where do you think this game is headed, Rupert, from here?
It's if these two batsmen can survive two more overs, then they have the game. But if they lose a wicket now, it's going to be wide open again. I will still think I still say it's an evenly poised game. You know, you a couple of big shots, but it's the overs in between when you don't get enough runs. I'm not sure what the current run rate is right now, but so you see, as I'm saying, it's still requiring 9 runs and over in this level of cricket is still a hard task. So even though you had a couple of big overs, and as I'm seeing now, Nasir is back on the bowling, and trying to get him away for that kind of run rate would be difficult. So Shoaib, I'm still saying Jasper has the upper hand. There's a lot of noise going on from Spartan right now, but I'm still saying Jasper has the upper hand.
Rupert, you've always like since the inning started, you always felt Jazba have the upper hand, but I think Spartans have done really well to be in this position. 142 for 2 in 15 overs. Spartans, one would believe, do have a deep batting lineup as well and would be confident about it at this stage. They would have taken this at the start of the innings for sure to be in this position. Now, Nasser Shafiq coming into ball again, and I feel like he should have done this a little earlier as soon as the power play overs were done and when Salman was trying to go big because he's a smart bowler. He's a seam bowler who cuts it across the right-handed batsman, and if the batsmen want to clear him over the fence, they are taking a chance against Nasser Shafiq. So perhaps he could have been introduced earlier to get wickets in the middle after the first power play was done. But let's see Nasser what he's got in store for Jazba right now. Comes in and bowls to Salman. Again, as mentioned, smart bowling in the body line. Salman misses out on that one. He's on 48 of 30 deliveries. And if he's going to go on the leg side, he'll be playing across the angle that Nasser Shafiq creates in his bowling. Nasser to Salman, bowls it outside off time, and that is well hit. And Salman goes to his 50 with a convincing hit over long on 6. Slightly foolish from Nasser there. Gives Salman that arc, and he reaches his 50. 54 of 31 balls now, 148 for 2 Spartans. Moving along well, swiftly here. 38 more runs required in 28 deliveries.
It's still over a runner ball, Shoaib, so it's still gonna be a tense game. It's just a matter of who holds their nerve. That was a big blow. There was a big hit from Salman, but Nasir is an experienced campaigner. I I know with Salman hitting sixes like that, he's hitting the ball well. But would he try it again? Because Nasir is not. Nasir is gonna adjust. Here come Nasir to Salman. Delivers slower ball, and Salman tries, but no. The pace of the ball did his job there. Goes for a single. As I mentioned, Nasir is an experienced campaigner. He knows that they needed 9 runs and over. So even though he hits a big six, doesn't mean that the game is lost. Jasper is still in the game. The game is still evenly poised. We're going down to the wire here. Nasir Shafiq in, bowls, forward defensive, pushes through two covers, picks up a single. After that big blow, Nasir is clawing his way back, but the batting side is still keeping the scoreboard ticking, so they're doing their job. It's a boxing match now. It's a sparring match here. Nasir in delivers, and he slash. Oh, beautiful catch and covers. Was a low catch, and he did take it for a moment there. It didn't look like he got it, but he took a low catch, caught by Shannon covers there. Beautiful catch. Salman tries to power his way. He hit it well, but straight to the fielder in cover. Nasir strike back. Six and you're out. And we have a game here, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a game here. It's 150 for 3, chasing 185. 186 to win. We're coming down to the wire, as the fall of the wicket has a little bit of break in the game as the teams recompose. But we're in for a treat at the end here. Spartan is putting up a fight, trying to overhaul 185, 186 to win. Captain brought himself back in and did pick up the wicket after getting hit for a six. We know he's an experienced campaigner, and you can tell that even though he got hit early in the over, that he was going to persist, and he did pick up the wicket. New batsman in is Hassan. He's facing Nasir. Nasir Shafiq, the international player from Malaysia, goes forward, picks up a single, quick single. It was a run out chance there, but Nasir couldn't gather the ball. Just couldn't get on in time to pick up the ball. End of the over. Shoaib, I consider this a good over for Spartan. Not Spartan, but a good over for Jasper. Even though Spartan picked up a couple of runs, but they lost a valuable wicket of Salmon there. He was doing the bulk of the scoring.
Yes, for sure. They got the wicket of Salman, who was looking very dangerous and could have run away with the game. Good catch at covers by Sean. 151 for three. Now new batsman on the wicket, Hassan Adil. So it's always difficult for a new batsman coming in to keep the run rate up. They still require another 35 runs in 4 overs, just under 9 and over. So it will be on this new batsman to make sure the run rate is still kept in track.
Where there's a lot of adjustment going on still. A lot of call for Nasir by. Who's going to be the bowler, Shoaib? I can't tell right now. It's very hard to see the player's name on their shirts because they're wearing a bit of a camouflage shirt with the writing that's not easy to make out. Go Simran back on the ball. A lot of adjustment in the field. Go Simran has bowled 2 overs for 18 runs. So he's giving up 9 runs and over. And right now he needs to keep it under 9 runs and over. And if his average is saying anything, he'd have to make a bit of a comeback here. Hassan Adil is a new batsman to face. Just got on the wicket, so he hasn't settled. What can he bring to the table? The game is down to the wire now. Gossimran in, delivers, and he strokes it to mid wicket. Backwards square, picks up a single, looking for the second run, and they are going back for two. He mistimed it, but still managed to get 2 runs. Ball was on his hip, it was dead to hit, but he mistimed it. But he did manage to pick up 2 runs.
Not a good start for Gursimran. He's got a packed offside field. He's got six fielders on the offside, three men on the boundary, three men in the circle on the offside, just three men on the leg side, one deep mid wicket, one long on, and one short mid wicket. So no one behind square on the leg side, and the batsman straight down the leg. This one again, it's officially played, but straight to a deep mid wicket fielder for a single.
Shoaib, so far he's yelling catch, but he's not bowling to his field like he has, as you say, he has a pack offside field. But so far he's bowled body line or towards leg side, and the batsmen are playing him toward leg side. He will do much better to keep the ball outside the off stump. Let's see this ball now. Gursimram, he got away with two bad balls, I would think, and he didn't get punished. It was mistimed. He adjusts the field again. He's bringing the fielder close to square. He's, he adjusts. We have a deep mid wicket, a long on, but a very packed offside field. Here he comes, delivers, and his glance to backward square where he just put a good field adjustment. And so far he's getting away with this over. It's an over that's going towards Jasper's favor. He got away with two loose deliveries, but he seemed to be coming back here. Here he comes. Can he keep it outside the off stump? Goes to run in. Down the leg side. And it's glanced away fine. Keeper hustled. Not sure if it came off the pad. Umpire signal leg by. It is a leg by. It actually was a good leg by, Joey, because it's only one and should have cost him more. But he's getting away with some balls here. He's strained on the leg side and getting away with it, even though he has a pack offside field. He seems to be bringing somebody over right now or bringing somebody in. Sends a man square deep on the boundary. Now he's going backwards of square deep on the boundary. Huge gap on the onside by the umpire. There's lots of singles to be taken, but singles not the order of the day right now. Here he is, delivers, and it's cut for four. Well done, beautiful shot, beautiful shot. Sat up there and got cut for four. Spartan needed that boundary. It just raced away, came off the bat nicely. Shoaib, nobody seems to be taking the upper hand in this game. What do you think has changed in the last couple of overs? I don't think anything much has changed.
Yeah, it's just still 26 more runs needed of 19 balls. I know Spartans wouldn't want to take this game to the last over, would want to be in a winning position prior to the last over, but they're just gradually making their way there. And this one just misses the stumps and goes inside edge and could run away for four, and that is a four. So lucky break there again for back-to-back boundaries for Spartans, and that two boundaries of the last two balls take Spartans to 164 for three after 17 overs. They still need 22 of the last three overs, and something has to work really quickly in Jazba's favor if they want to have any chance remaining in this game. So 3 overs, 22 more required for Spartans. 7 wickets still in hand.
It's a position you would take if you're the batting team. And the bowling team, it's like you have to bowl to win this game. I think the game has just shifted away a bit from Jasper. It's inside edge and streaky. It's streaky boundaries to the inside edge, but it still counts. What can Nasir do? I think it's Oh, it looks like we're having a change of bowling again, Shoaib. Could you tell me who the new bowler is? Look like we're changing the bowling again. Nasir came, picked up a wicket, but I think he's saving himself for the final over. I think Nasir is saving himself for the final over. Newman is back on the bowling. Yes, Newman is a national bowler, so they're counting on his skills, his experience. Can he help them out here in this condition? Norman Zafar in. Here he comes, he delivers. And he has cut away, but there's a guy down here at the boundary, cuts it off. They look to go for a second run, but they stopped and it's picked up a single. It's a long boundary, but there was a man on the deep. Murtaza is batting on 21. And Newman into Murtaza. Drives through covers, picks up a single. There's a fielder down there again. Good bowling so far from the bowler. Someone is saying that's all you need, but that's not all you need. You need more than this to win this game. You need to hit boundaries to win this game. You need to pick up a boundary, an over. Newman in, delivers. And he wraps him on the pad. Loud appeal for LBW. No, says the umpire. As the bowler turns and look at the keeper. But it wasn't a very confident appeal. I think only the keeper and the bowler appealed. Nomanin delivers forward defensive. A very good over from Noman so far. So I think it's Hassan is the batsman facing, and it's not time for him. It's not a period of the game where you go forward defensive. It's unfortunately might be a bit of a nerve here, not doing the calculation, but he needs to go for the score. The clouds are quickly rolling in. I'm not sure what the weather forecast in, but it's starting to feel like it's going to rain. It's coming in quickly. Noman in delivers, and he cuts at tick edge, but he might get a boundary. Nope, there's a man here, cuts it off, holds it to. Oh, they're going back for the second run. Run out chance, and he misses it. The run out chance was missed. They scampered for two quick single off that edge. Shoaib is starting to feel like rain. The wind has picked up. The sky is clouded over. We better check the weather forecast here. Said there's no forecast for rain, but the cloud quickly came in, and the condition has definitely changed. Newman in. And it's a beautiful shot, but there's a man deep again. Keeps it to a single. It's a good over from Newman. Good comeback from Newman here. It's 169 for three, and they still need 17 runs of 12 balls. So we're down to the wire. What is Nasir Shafiq going to do here? The guys from Jasper is the small huddle trying to decide. They're doing some planning for the last two overs here. We're down to the wire. This is the kind of T20 game you want. After a score of 185, Jasper would have been feeling very confident, but that 4 over penalty might be their undoing right now. 17 runs needed in 12 balls. No errors, no room for errors here. The batting team has to hold their nerve, and the bowling team, they both have to hold their nerve right now as they get in another huddle planning again. I think sometimes when you overplan, you overcook some things, it doesn't work out. There seem to be a lot of different huddles forming and planning. And now the wicketkeeper trots down to the bowler. More planning going on, Shoaib. What could they possibly be discussing? All these different huddles going on, and it's an unscheduled break. Just to now the batsman is going for water. I think it's just a matter of nerves catching up to people.
Yes, it's 2 overs, 17 needed. Very tight, going down to the wire. Bowlers in discussion with the captain and the keeper, and now Sahil also joining in, and now I can see Shifpreet also coming in. So no lack of any advice here for the bowler. Everyone sharing their input puts a lot of pressure on the bowler. So let's see whose advice did he pick up on. Everyone, this is a crucial over. So Spartans would be looking to capitalize on this over, so they don't have to get many in the last over. Simran will continue, and he's bowling to Hassan Adil. Again, we can see that packed offside field, and the batsman bowler just pauses there. I just no, I'm not really sure about this field placement, but I guess Jazba have had that discussion with the bowler because so far I haven't seen Gorsimran bowling on that off-stump channel, which would work better based on this field setup.
You're not leaving them any margin for error. Here come Gusur bowls. Oh, and it's slapped away for four. Just over covers. Just over covers, slapped away for four. Well, it did bowl to the outside field, but he was a little wide and he got slapped away for four. So the first punch to Spartan. I just have a feeling that Nasir should be bowling this over instead of the final over. Gusaram here delivers, comes off the inside edge onto the pad, scampers through for a single. He breaks the wicket, but it actually breaking the wicket has cost him another run because the batsman goes through for the second run. Good running from the batsman, being very aware of the game situation. You only need 10 runs to win now. Shoaib, I always thought Jasper had the better chance, but Spartan just kept going and going. And here they are, 10 runs short. Ooh, straight past the bowler. The bowler was lucky to get his head out of the way. Fielder in the deep cuts it off, keeps it to a single. Hit hard past the bowler's head. And now it's just 9 runs needed. Did the captain of Jasper leave it too late to put himself on? I think he saved himself for the final over, but he may not have much of a target to defend in the final over. And they pick up another single again. It possibly could race for 4. Did he get it? Yes, he cut it off. So they get it to 2. As the boys from Niagara is warming up, and they're saying Hamilton, 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 but Hamilton is not in this tournament, so there's no chance for Hamilton here. And he delivers. Drew covers. Chance for a run out. No. Felix, the batsman, did a good job of getting back on their mark. Spartan is within striking distance of the win now. Only 7 runs needed. Delivers. Saves a single. Considering Shoaib was actually a very good over. Right? You still need more than a runner ball, and again, you're giving it to your most experienced player to defend 7 of the last over. I guess I would say the game is still poised, but right now it's more leaning towards the batting team.
Yeah, they're like one shot away in getting across the line. 7 needed of the last over, so a boundary is what a boundary early on in the over can put them in a very convincing position. While if they lose a wicket at this stage, and all of a sudden the nerves kick in. So let's see, 7 of the last over, and as you mentioned, Nasser now coming back into the attack to bowl his last over. He's the captain. It's on him now to defend those 6 runs. While the two batsmen seem to be set. Murtaza Majid on 25 of 20 balls and Hassan Adil 15 of 13. They've taken it to the wire here. They seem confident of getting those 7 runs in this last over. Field being adjusted here by Nasser as he's going to bowl the last over. We're in for a good next game, followed by this game. A good encounter between Niagara, the host team, and Young Stars. Both teams play in the Hamilton District Cricket League in the Super Elite Division. They're looking for an exciting game ahead, and both teams are currently doing their warm-ups. At the conclusion of this game, we'll be taking a quick break, and we'll be back live, followed by some good cricket action in store. That will be the last game of the day for today. It's Nasser now. He's got just 3 fielders on the leg side, 2 at the boundary, long on and deep mid wicket. Man inside the circle on the leg side is at the circle at mid wicket. 4 fielders inside the circle on the off. And the batsman goes over cover, is held out straight to the deep extra cover fielder. And this is exactly what I mentioned. Losing a wicket at this stage can bring in those nerves for a new coming batsman. 7 needed of 5 balls now. And Nasser gets the wicket. Good setup, field setup, bowled in the right channel. And that one, the fielder at the boundary line did not have to move, and the batsman getting caught at the boundary. So Murtaza makes his way back to the pavilion.
It's a 7 runs in the last over, Shoaib, at this level of cricket It's not often teams are getting 7 runs in the last over, even though the way these guys have been batting, they've been doing it all along. But as you come close to the end of the game, nerve does become a factor. And Nasir picking up this wicket, even though the game is still poised, there are still wickets in hand, but a wicket is also a dot ball. So now you got 5 balls to make 7 runs. New batsman at the crease, tough task ahead. I think the batsman is Hassan Allen. I think Allen. I think he was one of the top bowlers. Can he bring it in with the bat also? Nasir in to Allen. Oh boy, another wicket, 2 and 2. Nerves are definitely creeping in. He went inside out and he's picked up 2 and 2. It's not just that he's picked up 2 and 2. No, we have 7 runs needed in 4 balls. The pressure is mounting as they try to finish it off. He's on a hat trick now. Experienced player. Nasir is one of the most experienced. Actually, say would be one of the most experienced player on the field. As an international player representing Malaysia, he'll be one of the few players with this kind of experience here. And he's showing it. He's holding his nerve, and he's picked up 2 wickets in 2 balls. Can he get the hat trick? New batsman to the crease. Who's the new batsman, Sherwood? Taryn is a new batsman. He has a job ahead of him. He has no time to settle. He only has 4 balls to try and pick up 7 runs. Nasir in delivers, and he drives straight to the fielder. Run out chance, and he got him. He got him. 3 wickets in 3 balls. This was a run out. 3 wickets in 3 balls. He hit the ball directly to the fielder, and with the pressure, scampered through for a single. And Jasper has picked up 3 wickets in 3 balls. Spartan is not handling the pressure. That run was definitely not on as the ball was hit straight to the fielder and he took off right away trying to get a quick single. And then the result is now 7 runs needed in 3 balls. Nasher has come under the bowling, and as a result, there's 3 wickets in 3 balls, and there's only 3 balls left in this game to pick up 7 runs. Can they hold their nerve? Can the batting team find the boundary? We have a game now that's coming down, I would say, definitely a nail biter here. 3 runs in 7 balls is possible. All you need is a boundary. But when are they going to get this boundary? Uh, As they scamper through for an ill-advised single, the fielders send the ball back into the bowler who collected cleanly and broke the stumps. The single was not there, but they're trying to force the issue. They'll be better off served trying to hit the boundary instead of scampering for quick singles. They do need 7 runs in 3 balls. He has no time. He has to try and hit the boundary now. The batsman settles. Here comes Nasir. Delivers. And he slices it. It's a catch. 4 wickets in 4 balls. Beautiful catching covers. Beautiful catching covers. 4 balls, 4 wickets. Jasper is definitely tightening this game. Four 4 balls, 4 wickets. What a turn of events. Needing 7 runs in 6 balls. Instead, they've lost 4 wickets in 4 balls. One to run out and the others to catch. Nasir is causing problems here. 2 balls left, 7 runs. So basically, this ball decides. If you don't get a boundary in this ball, you can forget it. The only hope you have after this is a no ball or a wide. It's probably not going to happen. As I said, Nasir is a very experienced campaigner, and he only has 2 balls to deliver to bring his team home to bring home the victory to his team. I don't see him slipping up on this. Literally, he has to bowl 1 ball and prevent the team from hitting a boundary in this 1 ball. They adjust the field. It doesn't matter if you have wickets in hand, if you keep giving them up. The give up is actually a dot ball. With each dot ball, the pressure just mounts. They still have wickets in hand, but it doesn't matter. There's only 2 balls left in the game. Nasher on top of his mark again. Dejdrich bowl. And he bowls him. 5 wickets in 5 balls. Clean bowls him. 5 wickets in 5 balls. What a turn of event. And I think this is the game. There is no way for Jasper to lose this game now unless he bowls a series of no balls. But 5 wickets in 5 balls. What a collapse for Spartans. They've lost 5 wickets in the last 5 balls. 1 ball left to end this game. They haven't scored 1 run. They needed 7 runs to start this over, and they haven't scored any. But instead, they've lost 5 wickets. What an over! He literally will have to bowl a series of no ball to give them a chance, and I don't think that's gonna happen. Not with his kind of experience. He knows he just have to deliver the ball. It doesn't matter if they hit a boundary or not on this ball. He just have to deliver a legal delivery, and they will have the victory. They need 7, and you cannot score 7 on 1 ball unless you bowl a wider or no ball. All he has to do is deliver a legal delivery, and they have the victory. 5 wickets in 5 balls. And it's a legal delivery. The batsman hit it past the bowler, but it was a legal delivery, and they have won the game. Jazba has sealed the victory. Wonderful performance from the captain. Nasher Sufi came in and drew his over. They picked up 5 wickets. 5 wickets in 5 balls. The last ball resulted in a single. Spartan would be heartbroken. They put up a good fight, but at the end, they could not hold their nerve to bring home this victory. That was the end of a very exciting match as we put a pause to the proceeding. The 2 teams to play next, Niagara Cricket Club and Young Stars, as they warm up to get ready. We will take a bit of a break while we get ready for the next game. We're going to go on a bit of an intermission.